All right, let's get right into it. We are about to hack the two competing learning systems that are running inside your brain right now. This is all about how you can stop just knowing things and finally start doing them.
You ever have that moment? You can wrap your head around some super complex theory, but then you spend 3, maybe 4 agonizing hours trying to assemble a simple bookshelf from IKEA. You know what the instructions say? You can read the words, but your hands, they just don't seem to get the memo. Well, that huge gap between knowing and doing, it's not your fault.
So here's the thing. The problem is that your brain stores the instructions and the actual actions in two totally separate apartments. Think about it. One is your library, where stuff like the multiplication tables live. The other is your autopilot center, where skills like riding a bike are stored. And here's the real kicker. These two neighbors, they barely even speak to each other.
Okay, so first up, let's meet the person running that first apartment. We're stepping into your brain's fact library, and it's managed by a very particular librarian. This whole operation, your personal archive of facts, is run by a part of your brain called the hippocampus.
So this library, it's your brain's dusty archive for facts and anything you can remember with words. This is where you keep all those school formulas, historical dates, the capital of North Dakota. You get the picture. Basically, the library knows what to do.
But the library has some serious limitations. First off, it's super fragile. If you don't access those files all the time, they just get erased. Remember high school calculus? Yeah, exactly. Second, it's effortful. It takes real conscious energy to search for information in there. It's kind of like social masking. You're working hard to pull up the right data to sound competent. And finally, it's verbose. It only thinks in words and big abstract ideas.
All right, now let's head over to the other apartment and meet the pilot. This person runs your brain's autopilot center. And we're in a totally different neighborhood of the brain for this one, an area known as the basal ganglia.
And get ready for this, because this statistic is absolutely wild. Almost half of your entire day, a full 45% of it, is run by this system. Seriously, from tying your shoes in the morning to driving to work, the pilot is in the cockpit, and most of the time, you don't even know what's happening. The autopilot is the department of skills, of habits. And this part is absolutely crucial. It doesn't understand words. It doesn't care about instructions. It only understands one language, and that's repetition. You can't read a book to learn how to ride a bike, right? No. Your autopilot has to learn by physically doing it over and over, carving those pathways in your brain through pure practice. And here's the cool part. The autopilot's strengths are the library's biggest weaknesses. First, it's incredibly durable. You could not touch a bike for 10 years, but the second you get on one, the autopilot just clicks on. It's automatic, happening in an instant without you having to think about it. And it is 100% action-based. It learns by doing, not by reading some manual. So let's put it all together. This really shows you the core difference. The library knows what, it's verbal, it's fragile, and it takes a lot of effort. The autopilot knows how. It's action-based, it's durable, and it's completely automatic. It's like you have two totally different brains living in one skull. So the million-dollar question is, how do we get these two to finally talk to each other? How do we transfer that knowledge from our smart but forgetful librarian over to our skilled but silent pilot? Well, if you want to learn faster and actually make skills stick, you got to build a bridge. And I've got 4 cheat codes to help you do just that. We're going to walk through 4 game-changing strategies using what's called external processing, seriously reducing your cognitive load, applying the magic of 5 a.m., and learning through what I call honest experience. Okay, cheat code number 1. Start talking to yourself. And no, I'm not kidding. When you're learning something new, say your actions out loud as you do them. This isn't you going crazy. It's a super powerful strategy called external processing. When you do this, you're creating a kind of neural symphony, forcing the verbal library to connect directly with the action-based autopilot. And if you think this sounds a little out there, check this out. The science is crystal clear on this. People who talk through their actions find things and solve problems up to 50% faster. You are literally building a bridge between knowing and doing in real time. Next up, cheat code number 2, automate all the small stuff. Look, your library has a limited battery. You can't waste its energy on tiny little micro decisions like what to wear or what to eat for breakfast. Turn those choices into routines. Hand them over to the autopilot. This frees up your library's precious brain power for the really complex missions that actually move the needle.
Cheat code number 3 is all about timing. Master your morning. Learn the most difficult, most important things first thing in the day before the world starts screaming for your attention with notifications and chaos. This gives your brain this incredible sense of control and allows the library to work without interference. It gets a clean shot at communicating with the autopilot.
And finally, cheat code number 4, embrace honest experience. You have to stop being afraid of making mistakes. Think about it. Previous generations learned how to do things through trial and error, not by watching a perfect YouTube tutorial. Errors are just data. They are the #1 way the autopilot learns which neural highways are dead ends and which ones lead to true mastery.
So if you remember one thing, let it be this. The library holds all the information that makes you smart, but it's the autopilot, trained through action and repetition and mistakes, that makes you a master.
So the question for you is, are you going to stay stuck in the library just reading the instructions for the rest of your life? Or are you finally going to get into the cockpit and become the pilot of your own skills and of your own life?